Welcome to another Hunger for Horror video. I'm Shane. I'm going to show you a few of the things that I've picked up since my last video. Hopefully there'll be something in here that you'll find interesting and maybe seek it out yourself, or if you've seen it, please let me know and tell me what your thoughts were on it. But I'm going to go ahead and get started and show you what I have acquired. Matt from You and Your Horror Movies talked this movie up quite a bit. It's a Bigfoot movie, exists. And it's kind of one of those found footage type movies, and it was really enjoyable. I actually liked it. I was looking for the Meat Eater Forever on disc. Now, granted, this is not the best transfer in the world, but happy to have it on disc anyway. Along with a movie called Death Run, and this is supposedly a limited edition from Frolic Pictures. I found this on Amazon, frolicpictures.com. They said it was a limited edition. I don't know if it's still available. But I was happy to finally get the Meat Eater on a disc. Just a really bad, and so bad it's funny, kind of movie from the 80s. We got Child's Play 2 and 3. Child's Play 2 being one of the better sequels for Child's Play, so pick that up at Big Lots, fairly cheap. Ditto this one. This, I don't know if this is horror. It sounds kind of like a very violent superhero origin movie. I've never heard of The Scribbler, but it looked and sounded kind of interesting, so I thought we'd give it a shot. Stage Fright also sounded interesting. Another Big Lots pickup. Out of the clearance section. Wreckage. Looks like a slasher. So it looks interesting. Looks like kind of a bloody action movie called Bring Me the Head of the Machine Gun Woman. They came for her head, she cut them to pieces. Sounds right up my alley. I think I'm going to enjoy it. So we'll find out when I get to it. The Hunted, little PG-13 movie. Looks like it'd be kind of a suspenseful thriller, so I hope good things come from that. This sounds like a pretty major horror movie. This was also in the clearance section at Big Lots, called Found. So, we'll see how extreme that is. Harpoon, whale watching. The catch of the day is you. So, looks like this could be interesting. Another clearance section at Big Lots movie, along with this one. Lance Henriksen in The Spider's Web. And I usually like things that that Lance Henriksen is in, so I think that I will probably enjoy that one. This I found at a thrift shop. I hadn't read much good about it, but it's got David Carradine in it, if nothing else. It's called Autumn, and it was pretty cheap. Like I said, I found it in a thrift shop, so we'll give it a shot and see if it's any good. Now, I've got a whole collection of things here that I got at Dollar Tree. I happened to go into Dollar Tree when there was quite a bit there before everything got picked over, and I kind of lucked out and got some stuff. So here's the Blu-rays first. The Project, Anthony Michael Hall, Zombie Night. I believe Cool Duder, Sean C. Phillips said this was enjoyable, so I like Anthony Michael Hall. I like zombies. Hopefully it's good. Deadheading, Evil on a Plane. This looked kind of fun. I thought, yeah, for $1 I'll check it out. Why not? Killer Tattooist. George Romero's Survival of the Dead. Of course, I've seen Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead. I know that there's a couple other dead movies in here, like Diary of the Dead and something about Land of the Dead. I don't have them, so maybe eventually I'll pick them up too. So I have not heard good things about this, but I always like to judge for myself, so I'm going to give it a shot. Actually, this was not a Dollar Tree. This was Big Lots, but I got it for probably about $1 anyway. And it's Life. And this is actually one I was watching while my camera was charging, so it's still in the Blu-ray player. But anyway, there's that one. Back to the Dollar Tree stuff. These are the DVDs from Dollar Tree. The Lighthouse. I think lighthouses make great creepy settings for horror movies. So, and I don't see a lot of lighthouse horror movies out there. There's a few here and there. Gremlin. You can't kill it, you can't escape it, you can only give it to someone you love. Sounds like It Follows, which some people don't like, which I did like It Follows quite a bit, but anyway, I thought that would be interesting. Plaguers. And I can't tell, it says in space everyone screams, so it looks like a space zombie movie. If you look at the back there, you can see a pretty gnarly picture. So it looks interesting. And Monstrous. Bigfoot movie. So I like Bigfoot movies, so we'll see how that one goes. And actually there's another one here. There must have been a dime a dozen on these Bigfoot movies, because I seem to find a lot of these pop up here and there at Dollar Tree. Hunting Grounds. So we'll give that a shot and see how that is. Polaroid. Evil Develops. Looks like a little PG-13 thriller type movie. So light on gore, hopefully heavy on suspense and story. Life Form. Little sci-fi creature, alien looking type movie. That's what it looks like anyway. Bio-horror is always fun. The Life Changer, It Will Drain the Life Out of You. A refreshingly original horror movie. I guess I'll find out someday. But there it is. The Child Remains, A Buried Secret is About to Kill Again. Supposedly based on true events. So there it is. D. Wallace, Red Christmas. And if it's got D. Wallace in it, you can pretty much bet I'm going to watch it. So here it is. The Redwood Massacre. The Witch in the Window. Looks creepy enough to be fun. Dear Diary. Troll Hunter. I believe Sean C. Phillips, Cool Duder, said that this was actually a pretty fun movie. I believe he was the one that said that. So, I do watch other people's videos. I hope they watch mine once in a while. Gwen, a Shudder original. I don't think I have any Shudder original movies, but a lot of people talk pretty highly of their productions. So apparently a lot of them are pretty good, so hopefully this one is too. Bing. Looks like an alien movie. Angels, Demons, They're Beyond That. That one looks pretty interesting. I like sci-fi horror quite a bit. Trick or Treat. So going to get that one plenty of time before Halloween. Maybe I'll get to watch that between now and the end of October. Now this says Kmart, $5. We haven't had a Kmart in ages here where I live, but it's 9 movies, big box of horror, over 13 hours. And there's the front. And then all the movies are on the back. I can't read all of them. Dogman, Pelt, Hurt. The light's not good enough in here. I can't tell you the rest of those, so don't know if you can see those well enough to read what they are. But anyway, for $1, yeah, why not? That's a lot of stuff. So if one of those movies is good, I'll feel like it was worth the $1. Croczilla, okay, you know me. If it's got a crocodile theme or it's got a croc in it, I'm going to watch it. And this comes with 4 bonus movies. And I think I have 2 of these, Killer Shrews and Attack of the Giant Leeches. There's one called Voyage to the Prehistoric Planet, and there's one called Piranha, which is not, you know, the original Roger Corman's Piranha. I'm not even sure who's in this or what. But anyway, so there's Croczilla. And there's the stuff on the back, showing you what else is on there. Looks like a hospital setting for this movie, and hospital settings tend to lend themselves well to horrific themes. So, Awoken. The Haunted. Cruel Peter. Yeah. I like scary kid horror movies. There's something just unsettling about a young child, you know, who has innocence, you know, being used as an instrument of evil tends to make it pretty horrific. So, The Snarling, Don't Cry Wolf. Looks like a werewolf movie. Hopefully that's a good one. I like werewolf movies. Gates of Darkness. Looks pretty good. Robert Englund from Nightmare on Elm Street in Black Swarm. This looks like a bug movie. Bees, it looks like. Getaway. To survive, she must kill. I don't know if this is a takeoff on I Spit on Your Grave, or if it's just a, you know, I like when women or anybody in a horror movie fights back against the people trying to kill them or torture them or whatever. I hope she comes out victorious in this one. I don't know. Lately with a lot of the horror movies I've watched, the good guy hasn't been winning, and I'm ready for a win again here sometime in the near future on one of these movies. Now, I have not heard much good about this from the other people that picked this up, but it won awards. It sounds really good, so hopefully I at least kind of like it. It's called Derailed. So that is it for Dollar Tree stuff. Now, these are the things that I did not get at Dollar Tree. These are the ones that I paid a little more for. Michael Berryman, Cut and Run. Well, he's not the lead star, but he's in it, and I've seen previews for this. It looks really good. This is a Code Red release, so I have been looking forward to checking that one out for a long time, as well as this one, Rituals, with Hal Holbrook. I like Hal Holbrook, good actor. Don't think he did a lot of horror movies, but I think he did a few. The Cellar, I watched this and actually found it to be quite enjoyable. I'm glad that Vinegar Syndrome gave me a chance to discover it and watch it. I did like it quite a bit. I also really like this one, You'll Like My Mother. And it is it's one of those movies that'll get under your skin and it'll make you mad, because you'll really identify with this character, this lady. Her husband died recently and she never met her mother-in-law. He said, "Oh, you'll like my mother." And then, well, she meets her mother, and let's just say she doesn't particularly like her, and I don't think you're going to like her much either. Here's one that I've been wanting to pick up for a while. It's got Daria Nicolodi, who used to be the girlfriend of Dario Argento, who is in many of his films, of course. Deep Red, Tenebrae, Suspiria. I believe she was in that too. She was in most of those of that era in the 80s. But anyway, there it is. And I didn't even know it when I got it. I got this off of eBay, I think, because I was having a hard time finding it, and I got a good price on it, so the person gave me a fair price for it. And it's got a soundtrack disc with it, which is, I guess that's what makes it a limited edition. So, and supposedly there's a lot of music. It's kind of a musical horror movie from what I've read on the back. Apparently it's got a lot of music, so hopefully the music's good. But I've heard good things. So, and it's a Severin release, and I like Severin. They do a good job on stuff they release, so, and their movies tend to be pretty good. Offerings. I heard this was a big Halloween ripoff. And I watched it, and it kind of was. It was very similar in a lot of ways. Obviously not anywhere on the caliber of the original Halloween. This was put out by Dark Force Entertainment, but I actually bought this off of Amazon. So you can buy it from Dark Force Entertainment's website, or if you can find it on Amazon, you can buy it there or wherever. I think you can find it several places. Got this from a Shout Factory Select sale. An R-rated, rather kinky tale of survival, a boy and his dog. I saw this when I was a teenager. Didn't know nothing about it. Just picked it up mom and pop video store back when, you know, VHS was the prominent video physical media format. And this was actually a very weird but good movie. Finally picked up Scanners from the Criterion sale. Went to Barnes & Noble, 50% off. So got it down to a reasonable price. And I decided, well, since I picked that one up, I got this. I think I got it off Amazon. Scanners 2 and 3. Now, from what I've heard, these are not as good as the original. I mean, obviously the original had Michael Ironside, and he's a great actor. He was in Visiting Hours and several horror movies I like. Videodrome, that's another one. But anyway, was Michael Ironside in Videodrome? He may not have been. But anyway, definitely Total Recall. But anyway, Scanners 2 and 3. So hopefully these will be enjoyable, if not as good as the first one. The Purge Election Year, I got this so cheap, I just had to pick it up. It was a Big Lots thing. It had been marked way down in the clearance, and I had a 20% off coupon. I was like, I'll just go ahead and get it. I know the first Purge is the one I can't stand. I absolutely dislike that movie entirely. This one, if I remember correctly, it's not bad. It's pretty good. So, and I figured it'd be worth another watch. Sometimes I like things better the second time around. White Bird and a Blizzard sounds kind of like an erotic thriller, and you don't see many erotic thrillers anymore. The days of those have kind of went by the wayside. I think the early, mid, late 90s, the 90s I think were the big era for the erotic thriller. So hopefully that will be fun to watch. The Fifth Wave, Chloe Grace Moretz. I like her performances typically, and got a good deal on this at Big Lots. And it's basically about aliens attacking the Earth, and she has to save her brother, from what I understand, from what I've read. So I watched previews a couple times for it, and it was good. I made my first order from Mondo Macabro. Or no, not Mondo Macabro. These are Mondo Macabro titles, but I actually ordered these from Diabolic DVD because this was $10 cheaper on their website than it was anywhere else. And it's Silip, Daughters of Eve, and I actually saw the previews for this on one of the other Mondo Macabro Blu-rays that has a very long string of previews that shows you little bits of each movie and shows the title, so you know what the scenes are from. And this one looked intriguing. So, and then the other one I got from Diabolic DVD. This is an Angela Pleasance movie. It's supposed to be really good, called Symptoms. Supposedly one of the underrated classics from the 70s, and it sounds really intriguing and suspenseful. You know, a lot of the Mondo Macabro stuff is ultimate shock value, exploitation, gore fest stuff. And this one doesn't sound like it's going to be that way. It sounds like it's going to be a very well crafted movie. Not that those movies that are that way aren't well crafted, I don't mean to say that, but sounds like this is just a good scary movie without trying to shock you too much. Kind of more psychological. And then this is based off of apparently a Japanese folktale, and this is a Magnet release. And I saw the previews for this on another Magnet title, probably something I got from Dollar Tree. It's called The Sorcerer and the White Snake. Well, I wished I could tell you I got this at Dollar Tree. I did not. But it was only $7 or $8, I think. So this was really fun movie to watch, and it was very colorful. It's not real high budget. The CGI, you can tell, is, you know, they were basically doing the best they could with what they had to work with. But all in all, I think they did a good job with what they had to work with and made a good, solid movie with this. Jet Li is great in the action sequences, of course. It's a good story. It's a really enjoyable watch, and I can't recommend it enough. I think it was really, really good. So anyway, that is my haul since the last video. That's basically been over the last couple months, I think. Maybe 3. I can't remember when I did my last video. But hopefully you do, because hopefully you're watching these things. But anyway, hopefully there was something here you found out about that got you interested, and maybe you'll want to seek it out and watch it yourself, and maybe share with me what you thought of them, and tell me if you liked them or what you didn't like about them. Or but hopefully you'll know, a lot of these videos are just about discovery and finding out about stuff that maybe you didn't even know was out there, and say, oh, I didn't know that was out, I'd like to see that. Sometimes the box art's enough to suck you in. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you all have a fantastic evening. See you next time. Bye-bye.